Ah, come on!
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight?
Well, obviously he's wrong.
Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing.
You guys didn't know?
I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim? Show me there was evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
Here's the crime reports where Gourd Lake is also known as Crime Lake.
Okay, so... Second lake photo shows an empty lake taken automatically on 12/24. This has got to be it. Because it would have heard the noise for a gunshot. Nobody on the lake before...
You're not wrong, but I think it actually might be the gun itself.
I mean, I know that the gun says that it was fired 3 times, but he's looking for something that points to it that it was before midnight, and this has the timestamp.
That's true.
Before midnight.
I wonder if the game ever accepts more than one piece of evidence for certain things.
I don't know. But I'm going with the second lake photo, and we're going to see if I lose more health.
Okay. Take that!
Look at
this photograph!
Look at this photograph! This was taken by a witness yesterday!
With her automatic camera!
Miss Lotta Hart with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Yeah, probably because that one had the timestamp. That one, the only thing about that is that it doesn't prove that it was a gunshot that triggered it. That's it. But I'm thinking about it too hard. Yeah, it's one of those things where,
that's part of what we've been going off and on about the whole time.
Is it the game, like, sometimes it wants you to think super hard to figure stuff out, and other times it's like, oh, don't think that hard about it, son. Oh, by the way, you just lost 3 health.
Oh. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
This game is giving me trust issues, okay?
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing's shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
Oh, did I miss a look at this photograph?
Yeah, you did.
Yes. Dang it.
What?
And then the singing that took place after.
Yeah.
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them.
Yeah.
Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge! That camera was set to respond to loud noises!
Like me!
Like my voice! Yes? No. There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot! Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera!
Hey, most people don't see that one. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear! Got a little gumshoe.
Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. Attorney's badge.
Yeah, no snot on the scene.
Which of the court the evidence? I'm thinking fired 3 times for the pistol on this one, Carrie, kind of like you.
Sorry, I'm having to take care of some important messages. What are we doing now? Evidence of what are we showing?
That it was a gunshot, in fact, and like to prove that
Yeah,
loud
it did
noise.
Fired 3 times in that case.
No, definitely the parrot
Yeah, it was
that
Polly.
answered
Oh,
the
yeah.
name Polly.
It's me! Yeah, I mean, I would say it was the gun, because I don't think that there's anything else that proves the gun fired 3 times other than the gun itself.
Oh, what about the 3 bullet holes in the victim?
Oh my god.
Just kidding. We know it was only 1. Yeah, it was
because
the metal detector.
that's what he wants, right? To prove the gun shot 3 times.
Well,
That it shot at least more than once.
that it shot at least more than once, and that loud noise had to have been a gunshot.
Yeah, I would say that.
We're going with it.
You got
Take that.
Take that! The music didn't stop, so I'm
Nope.
going to assume that you got it right.
This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol is bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly! If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots, separated by 25 minutes!
Yes, that's what we said.
One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight? Why, I ask you? Why?
Like if he could reach you, he'd be like shaking you till your hair fell off.
Uh-oh, I'd better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes?
What's wrong, Nick?
I have it. I have it!
Huh?
Remember the case with the Steel Samurai?
Huh? Yeah, of course I remember.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya,
Yes?
if we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch. I'm going to run with it.
Right, I mean, is this safe?
No. Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. And now Maya's sweating.
She's like,
I'm suddenly sweaty.
You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Yeah, because Maya's going to be smart enough to pick that out. Right, Nick?
Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. Rabble, 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 rabble. What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
Shut your fucking old pie hole!
So, you finally realized the truth.
That you're an old geriatric fuck? Yes.
There can be no other murderer here than Niles Edgeworth himself!
Lies.
Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night. But it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph.
Photograph.
The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It could not have been suicide. Well?
Suicide by the back of the head.
The guilty party has to be the other man on that boat.
This guy just likes to hear himself talk.
Yeah, he does. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes. But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. Oh, oops. Wrong voice. We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0015. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad?
No, but you sound mad.
You mad, bro?
Explain how the two men on the boat are there. Wow, I just butchered that. Explain who the two men on the boat are.
No, who are the two men on the boat? One of these things is not like the other.
One of these things just doesn't belong. Well, we know it definitely can't be the first one. Because Edgeworth has already told us he was on that boat.
Yeah.
Where's the option for Hammond and Hammond?
Johnson and Johnson?
Hammond and Grossberg?
Edgeworth and Edgeworth? Grossberg. Yes, it was me all along.
Oh my! You figured it out!
Oh my!
Look at
Oh, it was me!
God damn it.
I just wanted my
You're
painting.
a sharp one, Mr. Wright.
I don't
Can
know.
we just voice everybody as Grossberg?
No, please no.
I'm torn. It's either Edgeworth and the murderer, or it's Edgeworth and Hammond.
Hammond's body.
Well, Hammond could have not, like, he could have been shot but not dead yet.
Yeah, but he said that he was killed.
How would he be standing up?
Did it? Let's
Did
see.
they prop him up on something?
No, I mean that's what Phoenix just said. Was that
Hammond. Or, yeah, but I mean, like, he could have bled out. Like, it could have been like a slow.
I don't think it's gonna go that in depth.
I mean,
Especially when he said that he was killed 25 minutes before. That's what.
okay,
Phoenix is
all right,
working on.
all right, okay. Wait, where's the murderer and the murderer?
The murderer and the murderer.
The murderer and Grossberg.
Miss April May.
Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
Mr. Jack Hammer, back from the dead.
Yeah.
With the white vans.
What? Are you serious?